See, that's why we got to understand how the Bible is real people who love God, and it's a testimony of God about these real people. What is a conjurer? A witch. A conjurer conjures up the dead, speaks to the dead, which is not the dead, but a familiar spirit imitating the dead. See, this is why I was saying Africa had the Lord before they went into witchcraft and idolatry. Black people had Christ, had the Lord before they went into idolatry and witchcraft. The Tower of Babel, Babel and Babylon are part of the same etymology. Everybody say etymology. The word, how words evolve into what it is today. So Babel, Babylon are the same root words. And so we have these conjurers, these witches that counseled King Nimrod on how to run his country. They came and ate and drank to celebrate the birth of Abraham in the house of Terah, and they rejoiced with him on that night. So it seemed party time, first lady, party, everybody party, everybody having a good time, it seems. Verse 2, and when all the wise men and conjurers went out from the house of Terah, the party was over. They lifted up their eyes toward heaven that night to look at the stars. And they saw, and behold, one very large star came from the east and ran it in the heavens and swallowed up the four stars from the four sides of the heavens. Now understand this. This is why I say the Tower of Babel, Babel, Babylon. Everybody say Babel,
Babel,
Babylon.
Babylon,
Babel, Babylon. Babel is pre-Babylon. If you read the incoming world kingdom of the Babylonians, God said that through Jeremiah that they were stargazers and astrologers. They worshiped the stars. When the children of the east that came to see the North Star that followed to reach Jesus, they were children of the east. Guess what? The place where Babylon was is east of Israel on the map. All right, see, people don't understand how all of this is connected. So they worship stars, they follow stars. When all the wise men and conjurers went out from the house of Terah, they lifted up their eyes and they were looking at the stars because they studied the stars. Babylonians studied the stars. Chaldeans are connected to the Babylonians. We read King Nebuchadnezzar had Chaldeans. Chaldeans are connected to the Babylonians. All right, I tell you, people don't know. This is real, this is history. This is history, real life stuff. All right, so even in the scriptures it said, Chaldeans worship the stars. It says that in the Bible. All of that culture, all of that demonic spirit to worship the earth, to worship what God has created, all of that's in there. Now understand, we know astrology is wicked. Horoscope reading is wicked before God. But God does say that he creates the stars to be a sign, according to his direction, to follow. Not us coming up with stuff to follow. He does use the stars to give direction on what he's doing, not based upon somebody's own mind.